The Lord be with you. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Mark. The disciples had forgotten to bring bread, and they had only one loaf with them in the boat. Jesus enjoined them, "Watch out, guard against the leaven of the Pharisees and the leaven of Herod." They concluded among themselves that it was because they had no bread. When he became aware of this, he said to them, "Why do you conclude that it is because you have no bread? Do you not yet understand or comprehend? Are your hearts hardened? Do you have eyes and not see, ears and not hear? And do you not remember when I broke the 5 loaves for the 5,000? How many wicker baskets full of fragments did you pick up?" They answered him, 12. "When I broke the 7 loaves for the 4,000, how many full baskets of fragments did you pick up?" They answered, 7. He said to them, "Do you still not understand?" The Gospel of the Lord.
Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ.
Well, here our boys go again, getting chewed out. You know, they're just trying to do what they're told, and they foul it up. And I kind of sympathize with them sometimes. I mean, this seems like a no-brainer, but often they don't. Our Lord isn't very clear. I'll just say that. He speaks in parables, and he kind of dances around a little bit. I'm not saying anything bad about him, but he can be kind of hard to understand. Like, just spit it out, man. What are you trying to say? So I'm being a little lighthearted here, but that in comparison to James, St. James, the letter of James that we read in our first reading, like, he's pretty clear. He's actually really clear to read. And today he's the same. He's speaking of temptation. He said, "Blessed is the one who perseveres in temptation." Okay? And then he goes on to kind of explain the nature of temptation. He said, "No one experiencing temptation should say, 'I am being tempted by God.' For God is not subject to temptation to evil, and he himself tempts no one." All right, so God doesn't tempt anyone. Yeah, James says that pretty clear. So we think of, the end of the Our Father. "Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil." So what is, okay, but temptation's here, evil's here, what's the deal there? Okay, our understanding of that is God doesn't tempt anyone, but he permits temptation. He permits us to be tempted, but he doesn't tempt anyone. Okay, it's similar with evil. God didn't create evil, but he permits evil. Okay? And he doesn't just do this to watch us struggle. There's purpose to it. So, God didn't take away evil. He came to bring good out of evil. Right? So same with temptation. God didn't come to take away temptation. He came to bring good out of temptation. So we can look at it in the light of St. James. We can look at it as an opportunity for growth. So think if you're exercising, lifting weights, you necessarily need resistance in order for your muscles to grow, right? So you need to push against the weight. Okay, same with temptation. God allows it. He permits it so that we can push against it. We can experience that resistance and in faith push against it and become stronger by not giving in to the resistance, but pushing against it. See what I'm saying? So I don't think we should just think, oh, this world of temptation and evil, oh my goodness. I mean, God, he left it here for a reason, and it's to make us stronger, to help us to grow and mature in our faith. So whether it's evil, it's not enjoyable, but God permits it to allow good. He doesn't send it our way. He permits it, allows it to happen to bring good out of it. Okay, same with temptation. He doesn't send it our way. He doesn't tempt us personally, but he allows us to be tempted for us to push against it in faith and be strengthened.